Chasing is a vibration born of lack, and anything born of lack carries a signal that repels the very thing you want. Have you ever noticed that the more you wait for a text or email, the quieter your inbox becomes? Or that the more you crave someone's understanding, the more invisible you feel? This isn't divine punishment or bad luck. It's frequency. What if the real reason your deepest desires elude you isn't fate, timing, or other people, but the energy you're broadcasting? What if your silent mantra of, I'm not enough, I need, I lack, is the gravitational field pushing away your dreams rather than pulling them in? Stay with me, because today we're decoding the hidden vibration behind every pursuit, and I'll show you how to transform that frequency so your desires begin to find you rather than you chasing them endlessly. More than 100 years ago, Carl Jung described the human psyche not merely as thoughts and emotions, but as an expansive, living magnetic field. In his lectures and writings, particularly in Man and His Symbols, Jung articulated that every intention, feeling, and belief you hold emits a vibrational signature into the world. And this signature, like a radio frequency, attracts matching signals back to you. Vibration of lack. When your internal narrative repeats phrases like, I need approval, I'm missing something, or I'm not worthy, these become patterns in your energetic broadcast. Your field beams anxiety, scarcity, and apprehension. Law of frequency. Visualization and affirmations have their place, but they are only effective if your underlying frequency aligns. You don't magnetize outcomes with mere desires. You magnetize them by embodying the vibration of already having. Unspoken, yet unavoidable. Even if you plaster a smile on your face or craft the perfect social persona, your energy field is more honest than any facade. Reality responds not to your words, but to that unspoken frequency. On-screen prompt. If you've ever longed for something that stayed out of reach, comment frequency now. Shadow projection. Chasing your own wounds. Jung taught that every desire springing from a wounded ego activates what he called the shadow, those disowned parts of yourself that you refuse to face. The mechanism is projection. Your unconscious mind casting these rejected fragments onto others or external scenarios. Pursuing love from loneliness. You might think you're chasing romance, but you're actually seeking confirmation that you're complete. Your energy broadcasts, without someone to love me, I'm incomplete. And potential partners sense a neediness that drains attraction. Chasing success from unworthiness. When career ambition stems from, I'm not good enough, every achievement becomes a shallow fix rather than fuel for genuine passion. Your vibration signals anxiety and the fear of failure, so success itself feels hollow and fleeting. World as a mirror. The outer world doesn't reflect an objective reality. It mirrors your hidden wounds. If you keep encountering the same dramas, misunderstandings, creative blocks, stalled projects, it's not a cosmic joke. It's your own vibration feeding the loop. Visualization exercise. Picture a room where two people enter. One exudes calm confidence, the other radiates need. Notice how the need-filled aura dims the entire space. That's projection in action. Carla's awakening. Healing beyond behavior. Carla was the model of external success. A highly paid attorney, networked, admired by colleagues. Yet inside, she carried a gaping wound from a painful breakup. Determined to fix herself, Carla devoured self-help books, attended therapy every week, practiced daily journaling, and immersed herself in meditation retreats. Her social media buzzed with inspiring quotes on self-love. On the surface, she was healed, but her dating life told a different story. The repeat pattern. Within weeks of a promising new connection, Carla's partner would drift away, citing vague reasons. She felt confused and abandoned, despite her perceived emotional maturity. Therapist's insight. One afternoon, after a breakthrough in silence rather than words, her therapist leaned forward and said, "Carla, your energy isn't waiting for love. It's begging for confirmation." That single sentence cracked open her awareness. Every trust-building exercise, every heart-opening meditation had overlooked a core vibration. I need proof I'm worthy of love. The true shift from strategy to vibration. Carla realized no text template, date ritual, or affirmation could override the deeper field she broadcasted. Choosing wholeness. She consciously anchored herself in, I am whole, I deserve love. Whenever self-doubt surfaced, she paused, breathed deeply, and replaced it with that frequency. Outcome. New relationships blossomed. Instead of reading every silence as a threat, she radiated calm self-trust, and others were naturally drawn to that centered energy. Ego versus soul. The inner mechanism. Jung differentiated between ego-based desire and the soul's calling. Ego's survival reflex. The ego equates control with security. It urges you to plan every conversation, monitor responses, and anticipate worst-case scenarios. These behaviors feel proactive, but they're rooted in fear. Fear of rejection, failure, or lack. Soul's magnetic presence. The soul doesn't need external proof. It simply is, radiating a calm, grounded presence that effortlessly draws aligned experiences. Jung called this process individuation, integrating every fragment of consciousness and unconsciousness so your true self operates from center, not from a fractured ego. When you act from the soul, you no longer feel compelled to chase. You simply shine, and what belongs arrives. Natalia's revolving door. Intellectual versus energetic healing. Natalia, 40, endured a toxic relationship that nearly broke her spirit. Post-breakup, she threw herself into healing, therapy, self-love workshops, journaling prompts, and a public blog sharing her growth. She knew she was moving on. Yet in every new connection, she found herself obsessively checking her phone, inventing scenarios about why her messages went unanswered, and spiraling into anxiety at the slightest pause in communication. Therapist's revelation. Natalia, your mind says you've let go, but your energy is still holding on. This was her turning point. Understanding that intellectual release, knowing you're healed, doesn't equate to energetic release. Her field still whispered, I'm unsafe, I need certainty. Transformation. Steps. Acknowledge the vibration. She began to notice the tightness in her chest when her phone stayed silent. Pause and recalibrate. Instead of reacting, she created a daily 10-minute silence ritual. No screens, no affirmations, just breathing and noticing. Affirm from stillness. During each pause, she repeated, I trust my unfolding. Integration. Over weeks, her compulsive checking faded. Her new relationships felt effortless because her field now broadcasted trust, not clinginess. Quick practice. The next time you reach for your phone out of habit, stop and ask, am I seeking reassurance or enjoying presence? Control versus surrender. We often equate control with empowerment. Crafting perfect messages, sending follow-ups, analyzing every nuance. But Jung warned that behavior driven by unhealed fear simply perpetuates the same outcomes. Control, equals contraction. It feels safe in the moment, but tightens your energy. Surrender. Expansion. Not giving up, but releasing attachment to outcomes and trusting life's flow. Surrender is the courage to stand in uncertainty without grasping, for that is where true magnetism lies. Presence is the ultimate vibration of grounded calm. It's not measured by how many minutes you meditate, but by the living energy you radiate when mind, body, and spirit align in the now. Test your presence. Close your eyes for 5 seconds. Notice if your mind drifts to future worries or past regrets. That drift reveals your default vibration. Magnetic effect: when you simply are, without performance or pursuit, you draw people and opportunities naturally. Your field says, I am enough. Mini exercise. Breathe deeply for 10 seconds, then tune into the steadiness in your chest. That's your center. Daniela faced the same pattern. Eager anticipation, meticulous planning of dates and messages, followed by crushing anxiety when things didn't go perfectly. She decided to try radical stillness. Pause on impulse. Each time she felt the urge to chase, text, call, check, she paused. Observe without acting. No messages, no reassurance checks, just awareness of her breath, heartbeat, and emotions. Reflect. She journaled about what arose in silence. Result: within days, the frantic energy around responses dissolved. Daniela found herself present in conversations, free from rehearsal or reaction. This stillness rewired her vibration, from please validate me to I am here fully. Your turn. Experiment with a 1-hour no pursuit window today. Notice how your energy shifts. Vibrational detachment. Practice. Recognize the trigger. Feel the impulse to chase. Label it lack frequency. Create silent space. Schedule 10 minutes daily. No devices, no distractions. Internal mantra. Whisper. I do not chase. I do not cling. I am present. Consistency. Over technique, repetition rewires your energetic autopilot from scarcity to abundance. Carl Jung wrote, "Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens." Today, stop chasing your desires. Instead, become the vibration you seek. When you shift from I need to I am enough, and the world will reflect your new frequency. Everything essential will flow to you, not because you forced it, but because you radiate it. Comment present below if you're ready to live from your center. Subscribe for weekly insights on transforming your shadow into superpower and turning your inner truth into effortless abundance.